Hey everybody, welcome back to Disney Sorcerer. So today today I decided to make a video about Peter. If you're a long time watcher of this channel, that you know that my three favorite all-time Disney characters all happen to wear green and all happen to be from the classic age of Disney films. And Peter is among those three. And I really want Peter to be good. I don't know why he spazzed out on me there for a second. But you know how, like, I think it was a couple weeks ago we talked about how they changed Mickey's leadership from where it was a defensive leadership at all to where now his leadership only works in Club Conquest. And I'm like, why would they do that? Because I don't know a lot of people who are playing Club Conquest. But it seems to me that the developers of this game seem that they are mighty determined to make it a thing because, the Toy Story villains were when they came out, they still are Club Conquest things. Peter and Mr. Smee and Wendy are primarily Club Conquest, even though you can obviously use Wendy for other things, like such as the raid, and a lot of people do. And KUZCO, when KUZCO came out, he's got that whole kit with the whole thing about the Club Conquest or whatever. And Peter, that's been around a while, has a offensive leadership. So on offense in Club Conquest, meaning when you're attacking, Peter's teammates gain the following: 5% speed, 5% potency, 5% tenacity, and then as you upgrade, of course, it goes up. And I just hit Peter to 8 stars to Gear 8 because it was his turn. But I want to go through a kit, and something tells me. I've talked about Encanto and how I feel like there needs to be a team to bring people back to the game and get them excited. Could Encanto be that team? And obviously, I really hope it is. I think it is. But we don't know yet. And maybe in 6 weeks or so, we'll have some idea of whether that's come to fruition. Because I feel like every character in the Encanto bag should be out by then. But I really feel like what they're going to do, one of the things they're going to do is if they want to try to, because if you know about some of the bigger games like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force, they'll have sort of a thing that revolves around one Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I'm not sure what it's in MSF because I don't play MSF. But in Star Wars Heroes, I barely play that. But they have this thing where you get to the top, where when you get to level 85, which is the level cap, you get to play what is called Galactic Arena, or Galactic Arena Championship, or GAC, whatever you want to talk about. And it's a thing where and then they have characters with, when you get them fully upgraded, they have these things that you can put on their highest rank of their abilities that are called either Zetas or Omicrons. I mean, yeah, Zetas or Omicrons that especially help them in this galactic arena thing, grand arena, whatever you want to call it. But Peter here, he doesn't have that. He has this in his kit. And here we're looking at his basic, and it says deal damage up to opponent 3 times. It cannot be countered. On Club Conquest offense, 20% chance for Peter Pan and teammates with the highest speed meter to take an immediate turn. So it's baked into his kit. And it's like, why would you do that? Why would you marginalize a character to where they can only be used in Club Conquest? And it's like, if you're gonna have Club Conquest, that's fine. But right now it's a joke. Because when the Club Conquest obviously first started, you got I think you got Ariel and Captain Hook and somebody else originally when it first started. And then when they brought Peter and Wendy and Smee in back in 2021, in summer of 2021, it changed to where every time you won or lost Club Conquest, you got Peter and Wendy shards. But Club Conquest is a club thing. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, because I've maybe done Club Conquest a handful of times back in 2020, maybe. And since then, I have paid it no mind. I just go in, I'm like, oh, I register, I'm like, oh, we won or we lost, and I collect my rewards and I move on. I don't worry about it. It's just something that I click a couple buttons, and at the end of the week, I collect my rewards because it's so bad. It's so bad. And Peter's kit here is like, this is his basic. This is his basic it's on. And it's, this is the level 2 upgrade, which you can see I can easily get. Go down here, this is still this, and it's not down here until you have to get level 5, and it does 50% more damage. The same, this is like Inflict Charm, and, if it's in Club Conquest, it has +1 duration. Same thing here, where it's not in the kit, but here, if it's, use this devastating attack that he's got on offense in Club Conquest, creating 1 evasion for all Peter Pan teammates, and then at level 4 on offense in Club Conquest, +1 stun duration. It's like, why is this here? Why is this here? And so if we go back to Mickey, if we go back to Mickey, like I was talking about, let me find him real quick. Sensational 6, where are you? Sensational 6, right here. Even Platinum Mickey doesn't have this stuff in his kit about whatever it is. I don't have him open. By the way, what does Purge do, y'all? Never mind. We all know what Purge does. But I mean, Platinum Mickey, who's one of the newest, he doesn't have doesn't have all this Club Conquest garbage in his kit. He doesn't. He has, he doesn't have anything in there that talks about this. But then we get down here, we get to Classic Mickey, once again, the leadership. Because before, it was just something that people used in the early days. People just used it in Sorcerer's Tournament. Or Summoner's Tournament, where you're climbing the ladder and people would use Mickey as a defensive team. Well, now they've taken that away. And they changed this to where in Club Conquest, on defense, Sensational 6 gains the following. So now they've totally neutered Mickey's usefulness outside of the fact that he's just a legendary for Lego teams. But now you're not going to use him in Club Conquest at all. If you're gonna use his leadership, you're exclusively gonna use it on Club Conquest. But the problem is, like I said before, who does Club Conquest? Am I missing something? Why would you do Club Conquest? It's a thing that's there. If we go back to KUZCO, how we've talked about how convoluted, if you've watched the thing long enough, how convoluted I think KUZCO's kit is with the whole, this is not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. How I've talked about how convoluted. Well, wait a minute. What happened? Did you guys see this? Are you guys noticing what I just noticed? They took Bruno out of Kingdom Heroes. So Bruno's not a Kingdom Hero anymore. I didn't know that until just now. But if we come in here, we look at KUZCO's, look here. The groove, okay, that's fine. It's got all this convoluted stuff about whatever and okay. And then right here, At the start of a turn, on offense in Club Conquest, automatic performance this move on a random ability. Why? And granted, it's not part of the kit over here. It's just the level 2 upgrade. Why is it level 2? This one. Second, level 2 on offense in Club Conquest. Gain guaranteed crit before dealing damage. Why is what? And over here, why? Why with the Club Conquest stuff? I mean, if you want to make them usable in Club Conquest, put it down here. Why put it at level 2? Why not put it at like level whatever? And like I said, if you've played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and all these other games, then they put, they just have regular damage, buff, cleanse, whatever. And then it's like, because the way the powers are, you have 1, and then you can go all the way up to 8, and you can get all the way to 8 before at the time you hit level cap. And I don't know. It's gear dependent a little bit, but not as much as this. Not where you have to go all the way to gear 10 to get it maxed out. It's like when you get, because obviously you can get to gear 13 before you go in the relics in Galaxy of Heroes. And here, you don't have that. Here you just, get to gear 7 and you can get that. And it's like, is anybody using KUZCO for anything? I mean, I don't know, but to me, when I see all this Club Conquest garbage, it's like, why would I want to use him? And he's not being used for anything, so I don't know that KUZCO... So KUZCO to me is like F tier if we're talking tier list. A lot along with Cogsworth, who doesn't have Club Conquest garbage. But just the fact that he doesn't have viability in any other game modes, maybe it's like a truck. I don't know. You don't have to do much to be better than Cogsworth, but that's just me. But it's like, why did they ruin Peter Pan by making all of his abilities Club Conquest? Why did they ruin KUZCO by making all his abilities have Club Conquest stuff? Why did they change Mickey's leadership to where it's on defense in Club's Conquest? Because before it was just anytime he's on defense. So anytime, because the only other place where you could put him that he could be on defense would be Sorcerer's Tournament. And is anybody using him in Sorcerer's Tournament for defense anymore? So why'd they make the change to Mickey, to Sensational Six's Mickey leadership? I don't understand that. And to me, it's like I said, you can make all of them Club Conquest viable. But how about we make that an optional thing where people have to make the choice at the end of these kits? So like when you get them to gear 10, make it an optional thing where, hey, this is something you don't have to have, but if you decide to use them on Club Conquest, there's this. Instead of going through all this malarkey of where these characters aren't even usable. Not that you need KUZCO for anything right now. But, up until Maleficent came out, we didn't need Mrs. Potts for anything other than Beast. We didn't need Robin Hood for anything up until Maleficent came out. And it's like, so we know it's going to go this way, but it's like, how painful is it going to be if at some point you need KUZCO for something, and you have to have all of this stuff good enough, and let's say you need KUZCO as one of those, and so you have to waste all of these points on starting Groove on Club Conquest, and it's like, I'm not even going to use this in Club Conquest. just so you can get down to this Gear 9 ability, which of course you will need at some point, because they're not going to put KUZCO into an event. You know, it might be next year. It could be 2025. Who knows? But anyway, I'm just like, I don't get it. But in case you're wondering, and in case I haven't reset this recently, my 3 favorite characters of all time in Disney films are all from the classic era, and they all happen to wear the same color, which is not my favorite color, by the way. They just all happen to wear green, which is, once again, not my favorite color, and that would be Peter Pan, Robin Hood, and the greatest, maybe of all, the Edwin Mad Hatter. And if you're not familiar with Edwin, you need something. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back next time. Until then, have a good day. God bless, and I will see you later. Bye.